It's Laura Eubanks
and Hannah Eubanks
of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day
5
in La Mesa. And we left you all yesterday with a few rocks placed and some dirt moved around, and me going on and on about how in a good xeriscape it's all about the rock, and you don't need a lot of plants, and we're here to prove that out today. Hannah?
All right, go easy on me, guys. It's my first one. It's my first time. Here it is. We have been busy.
I'm literally gobsmacked. Hannah has never done a stream bed installation before. This is Greg's baby. Greg always does the dry streams. I haven't really ever done a dry stream bed before myself, now that I think about it. But we basically just told her, just, figure it out. And, hey, you can't ever underestimate a really solid crew, too. And Cullen and Kevin and Mel have got some good experience, and they're super helpful. But I quizzed them, and they all agreed that this was Hannah. Wow.
I just want to reiterate again, I know I've been working with my mom for well over 10 years now, but this was intimidating. And when I tell you, I thought about not doing this 100 times. I'm not kidding. It's scary, but you can do it. You can do it. Just one rock at a time.
Yeah. It's, I said in the beginning too, I think on day 1 or 2 that, we probably need more rocks, and y'all laughed. But I'm going to say it again. I stand by it. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that sometime this weekend, Greg has to go get a few more boulders, believe it or not. So it's amazing how far a few plants can go, isn't it? We had these Hesper aloes donated by a follower. The Petalanthus bracteus was also donated. They're huge and magnificent. The little Aluaudia procera over there is a cutting. If you're going to do some sort of a dry stream bed, please don't forget the Portulacaria afra. We have the variegata version, which is a little bit green and yellow. I like it a lot better than the solid version, and it's such a great, fantastic ground cover. It's really, really tough. Now remember, our client has agreed to water when needed with a hose. So maybe in the hottest months, she'll want to slap some water on this. But for the most part, the plants that we have chosen won't require any supplemental irrigation. And we haven't really even begun. We've got some agave blue glows. We've got some cactus to plant. We've got a few Mediopicta albas that the client got from her mom as pups.
I just couldn't help myself. Today wasn't technically planting day, but once we got the borders in around the stream bed, I knew that the Portulacaria had to get popped in, and from there, as you can see, we went a little crazy
with the with planting the Hespers. But Hannah, what is going to be your top dressing rock up here?
It's going to be 3/4 burgundy.
Yes, 3/4 inch burgundy. Oh my gosh, it is going to pop like crazy. Now, as Hannah is watering down the rocks too, she's also identifying areas where there's still runoff, like right here. She clearly needs to build this up a little bit more with the cobble.
Which I haven't quite finished with the cobble.
Yeah, we're not done yet, but see, that's okay. Be aware that you want to do a lot of dry stacking with your rock to avoid runoff in the event that you get any rain.
And Cullen, if you want to come take a look over here and show this bank, I figure I could try and explain the process of layering this to make it look as natural as possible. So we started with the river rock as in the base, because otherwise the cobble would not have stayed.
And the cobble's the bigger rock.
Yeah, the cobble's the bigger rock. And it was the same exact process layering. So I started with the river rock, then I laid some cobble down. Then you throw some more river rock on top of that, lay some more cobble down, and then step back and take a look. And look, there's already a snail.
Uh-oh. Satan, spawn of Satan.
But yeah, it's just, it doesn't all happen at once. Step back, take a look, and continue to add. I started scratching in some more of this honey quartz rubble. too, to just add even more texture and color. And I had so much fun, let me tell you. I've never, ever been a part of this process, laying down the cobble. And man, the guys were eating, and I had to continue.
Yeah, it's pretty addicting and pretty fun, and Hannah has done a masterful job. I also want to thank all of you. We launched our Love is in the Garden campaign. Remember, we're donating 50% of the proceeds from these shirts, which are available at our Teespring store on the channel, to Sudden Cardiac Arrest Foundation, and you're already buying them. Thank you so much. It's just so much fun, and we're all in a super upbeat, good mood today, and this month being American Heart Month, and knowing that we still have Greg with us is such a blessing. So, oh my gosh, thank you all for indulging. Thank you for all your beautiful comments, following along. You know, this isn't it. There's still so much more, and we're going to break it all down for you every step of the way. Be sure and post your questions in the comments, and Hannah and/or I will get to them. You'll also note the black weed barrier fabric is something that I have a love-hate relationship with, because anyone that's used it knows that weeds will still grow, but it does slow things down. And in a xeriscape where we're planting plants kind of far apart and there's a lot of dirt exposed, we do use the fabric to help mitigate the onset of weeds. Remember also that this dry stream is going to cut across and go all the way to the curb, and Hannah and the guys still have to do this giant parking strip. So they've got their work cut out for them over the next 3 days. Greg and I are going to come help out tomorrow, and we'll see if we can't just get this knocked out. This has been Laura Eubanks with Hannah Eubanks and Day.
Tip of the day.
And Day
5
in La Mesa. Peace out, everybody. Thank you.